Lisa ripped Bob's clothes off and exposed him as a criminal. The town police immediately checked the wanted list and confirmed Bob's identity. The enraged residents immediately decided to banish him for good.
You are welcome in Salsiccia. No more!
So Bob glared angrily at the Simpsons and vowed to take revenge on them. Seeing this, Homer quickly drove off, with Bob hot on his heels on a motorcycle. Homer, desperate to escape, driving the car all the way up onto the ancient Roman aqueduct. By the time he came to his senses,
Lazy Romans!
the car was stuck right at the top of the aqueduct's tower. In the nick of time, the family scrambled down the tower and narrowly escaped. Just then, Francesca caught up with Bob, but upon learning the truth, Francesca didn't blame him. Instead, she resolved to join forces with Bob to seek revenge, for their son had already perfectly inherited Bob's vengeful nature. Meanwhile, to completely evade pursuit, the Simpsons turned to Krusty for help.
Please help us, Krusty. We don't want to be the first Christians to die at the Colosseum.
He then had the Simpsons put on stage costumes and blend into the crowd on stage to hide, while Bob and his family frantically searched the audience below. Bob's son raised his binoculars and instantly spotted the Simpsons in disguise.
Don't wish to brag, but he's evil at an 8th grade level.
Lost in the performance, the family was completely oblivious. Just then, Krusty suddenly fell off the stage. The next second, the clown who had taken his place slowly turned around, and it was none other than the juggler Bob.
It's so beautiful.
That's Sideshow Bob.
I know, and he's magic.
But just then, Bob's wife and son rushed onto the stage with knives and surrounded the Simpsons. Lisa screamed in terror, pleading with the audience for help, but the audience had already been spellbound by Bob's singing. Oh, the Simpsons were forced to retreat step by step, finding themselves in a completely desperate situation. And it all began with an accident. Homer was driving the family on a road trip in his new car when they were struck by a cheese truck. Countless pieces of cheese rolled onto the road. As Homer frantically swerved to avoid them, his new car was then struck by a giant sausage.
Don't worry, we got the cheese insurance.
It doesn't cover mortadella.
No! Hey, do you know anything about fixing sports cars?
But they discovered that none of the locals spoke English. Through Lisa's translation, they learned that only the mayor spoke English.
Kentucky, in Italian, this means whore!
So the family hurried to find the mayor, only to be shocked to discover that the mayor was none other than Bob, Bart's archenemy. It turned out that after Bob's failed attempt to murder Bart, he had been looking for a place to start over. He spun the globe at random
Now cut that out.
and settled on this town of Sausage. As a newcomer, he suffered constant humiliation due to the language barrier until grape harvest season. The locals discovered that his large feet were perfect for stomping grapes to make wine. Thanks to this talent, Bob won the residents' approval. Not only did he gain a foothold, but he also became mayor. He even married, had children, and started a family here. Next, Bob introduced his wife and children to the Simpsons. But when Gino heard Bart's name, he instantly became extremely violent. Bob hurriedly sent his wife and children away and whispered a plea for them not to reveal his criminal past. Homer agreed immediately, but in exchange, Bob not only had to fix Homer's car, but also throw a farewell party for the Simpsons. However, Lisa got drunk at the party and let slip a secret exposing Bob's criminal past in front of everyone,